Okay, we start off the week. We start off the week with an emphasis of the power of passion. So today we want to embrace the feeling of power that ignites within us when we turn our focus towards what we are passionate about. What fills us with enthusiasm? What fills us with drive, excitement? Today we tap into the power of our emotion. So join me as we embark on a journey of self discovery, unlocking your path to transformation and success, gaining an understanding of this energy, of how to embrace it, how to utilize it, and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the loving, positive support that you give me and send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for July the 1st, 2024. Rabbit, rabbit. That's from the Leo King. Always says that you should say the first of every month, rabbit, rabbit, to bring in good luck. And many of you have shared in the past. So maybe you could share again with some of the newer people that are here now to what brings in good luck for you when you celebrate the new month beginning. Okay. We'll jump into the numerology. Now, before we go into the daily numerology, we should spend a moment or two looking at the numerology of July 2024. It is actually the first day of. So, July is the seventh month. Okay, therefore, it carries the energy of the seven. So, the seven energy is about relationships, it's about the harmony, it's about the beauty in our relationships, it's about having true wisdom, understanding the pros and cons, the balance that needs to be in place. So we want to create that harmony, that loving atmosphere in our environments, also within our relationships. And we combine the seven with the number of with the yearly number, right? Which is an 8. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4. Which is creating abundance, creating prosperity, creating stature. So we go 7 plus 8, and that brings us to a 15. The 15 energy is about letting the old to fall into our rearview mirror, to not take it forward with us, to understand what limits us, what stops us from moving forward, what makes us pause, what makes us go backwards sometimes. The 15 energy is understanding what doesn't work for us anymore, what does not have value in our life anymore, does not support us in some way going forward. This could be things, events, people. 1 plus 5 is the 6 energy. We are definitely looking at our habits, our behaviors under this energy to understand what supports us, what does not support us. We have every one of us has habits that do not support us in any way, and yet we continue with these habits, with these behaviors. Why do we do this? Why do we continually trip ourselves up going back to that? Understanding the root cause allows you the freedom to move forward without that being a part of your world anymore. For you to be, in a sense, reborn to the new possibilities. I go into great length in the newsletter. I mean, you can bookmark this and revisit it throughout the month, but I think better yet would be to get the newsletter, and I go into great depth of the numerology of the month. I discuss some of the astrology that aligns perfectly with the numerology. I give you 5 or 6 easy ways to weave in the energy to your daily habits and routines throughout the month. So that would be the place to go. Just go to tilly.today. That's my website, https/ all the lines and stuff, tilly.today. Anyways, and you'll see a pop-up for the newsletter. Okay, today we have the one energy. The one energy is the I am. The one energy is the independent in each and every one of us, knowing that we can blaze a path forward, knowing that we can meet any obstacle, any limitation, and plow through it. We understand the way forward. We know that whatever the obstacle, whatever the challenge may be in front of us, that when we get through it, success will be awaiting us on the other side. It's also a very new and young energy. So once again, that rebirth comes into play here. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it would now be a 7 plus a 1 plus an 8. That gives us a 16 energy. The 16 energy is all about awakenings in our world, seeing things for the first time. Now, this could be a brand new path that we see for the first time. We might find ourselves just in front of this path. Like, what is this all about? And start learning and start digesting and start moving forward on that path of gaining the wisdom, the knowledge. It could be a choice that we make in order to stand forward our step forward in a certain direction, to create our lives in a new, profound way. Habits or behaviors, or maybe it's the people we hang with. Maybe it's the environments we've been in and where we are going to allow new environments into our world. New people, new challenges, new beginnings. 1 plus 6 is a 7 energy, and once again, I've already discussed the 7 energy in length because the 7 energy is also our monthly energy. The sun is in Cancer and the moon is in Taurus. Now, the moon in Taurus meets up with Mars today, so that allows us to channel our passions. So whether it's a project, a career, a hobby, a relationship, your health, body, mind, soul, whatever you are passionate about, today is a day to put your heart and soul and determination into it and marvel at the successes that you come into. I mean, this is energy that we can really move forward in a dynamic way if we allow the enthusiasm to take over, if we allow the passion to take over. Now, we have to be careful, though. We do need to stay grounded, okay? We might be a little bit too impulsive under this energy. We just want to go, and we might not think our steps through, and that could actually hinder us instead of helping us. So we want to think it through. Just like the carpenter measures twice and cuts once, we also must take a step back, think it through. Does this work for me? Does this support me? Does this have value in my life going forward? And if so, then go for it. Okay, we might also find ourselves being a bit too stubborn, okay? Or maybe a tad stubborn. We dig our heels in, we see a certain direction, and that's all we want to do is that direction. We don't want the advice, we don't want the help, we just want to go. So don't be too stubborn. It always helps when you have friends and people around you to help you move forward in your direction towards success. So go with the flow, practice mindfulness. Get out and exercise, okay? Anytime Mars is in the picture, we want to incorporate some kind of exercise. That is a great way of channeling any kind of unspent energy in a positive way, okay? Because if we're getting stubborn or, if we're getting a little bit too impulsive, things can go awry. So being able to pull it back is essential. So we need to release any kind of tension or stresses that we're feeling. So, in fact, I think this would be probably a great day to start or maybe even enhance an exercise routine. And since this energy is in Taurus, allow yourself to fully emerge in even the smallest of experiences with all of your senses, okay? Treat yourselves to pleasure, to comforts today, a massage, a beautiful meal, and the backdrop of that beautiful meal. Is it... are you roasting marshmallows on a shoreline? And you're hearing the waves come in and out, and you're smelling those marshmallows roasting in the fire, and are tasting that sweetness when you bite into that marshmallow and feel that little gooiness, right, of the marshmallow, and enjoying, bringing back those childhood happy moments. Spend some time in nature. Or is it a candlelit dinner that you're on, right? You got the candlelit dinners, you've got the beautiful vase of roses sitting there, you've got a violinist playing in the background, that meal comes out, you almost feel like it's a crime to actually take a bite into it because it's so plated perfectly for you. So it's not only visually, but, the smell, the gets the best of you, and you just have to dig into it. And it tastes even 10 times better than it looked for some reason. Spend some time in nature. Just breathe. Just notice the beauty that does surround you, or invite in some kind of environment that does bring in the beauty. Okay, so let's turn to the cards. Yes, the newsletters are out. So inside you will find the individual July horoscopes for each sign. We look at a card for the month. We look at the numerology for the month. Okay, I got something there giving you a couple of affirmations that you can take away for the month. Underlying energy is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles talks about busy energy, and I don't doubt it. With Mars being in the picture, it's always a busier energy. So we're juggling things here now. We have been putting out our intentions of what we want to bring into our world, and this card is very symbolic of those things that you are wanting to bring into your world, because there are two ships coming into your harbor, carrying your success, your happiness, your joys, the things that you want to make tangible in your world, manifest in your world. So we don't want to get too caught up. Like, even though we have those ships coming in, it's almost like we have our head turned to one of the pentacles that we're trying to balance. So we're trying to keep things so in order and in line, and that is Taurus energy as well, that we are not seeing those ships. We need to see those ships. We need to get down there and meet up with those ships and celebrate the abundance, or pretty soon those ships will go back out again and leave with the things that we could have embraced into our world. So it's about going out and getting the things in. Life isn't perfect, okay? The house isn't always clean. So, it's about, don't tell me that you have to do your hair so you can't possibly go out and enjoy something, taking a movie, taking a museum, taking a walk in the park. Start to understand the beauty that is around you, especially on a day like today. But, if you're an artist, get in front of that easel or that, whatever you do when it comes to art. I always think painters and stuff, but, there's so many different forms of art there. That's really limiting the possibilities of how you can use your creativity or your self-expression in monumental ways today. Okay, our first card is the Justice card. The Justice card is about cutting away what no longer matters, what does not have value in our life. I know I'm sounding like a broken record here for this so far, because it's the astrology, it's the numerology, it's the cards all telling us to release what no longer works for us, what actually is a detriment in our life, what actually is stagnant energy, or it doesn't allow us to move forward in the way we want. And this could be people, this could be things, this could be our thoughts, it could be our environments that we're in. So, and especially under this kind of energy, we want to look at our behaviors and our habits. Are we self-sabotaging ourselves without even realizing it? Where do we trip ourselves up? Where do we get to a certain point and then we come right back to where we started? We find ourselves back there again. It's like, what happened there? Because I was there and now it's swung back a little bit. Don't worry about the backswing, because the next time you're more powerful and maybe you get an extra foot or two and then it swings back a little bit and then an extra foot or two. And all the while you're learning and progressing and growing your knowledge, growing your wisdom, growing your strength. This is a card that asks you to make a promise to yourself, set a goal. And then give it the consistency, give it the focus it needs in order to thrive. So on today's kind of energy, really the Justice card is saying set a goal and then start moving towards it today. However small that goal may be, or however ginormous it might be, today is the day to throw yourself into your passions, to allow your emotions to lead the way, and then allow the mind to catch up and say, okay, we're going to do it this way. We have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the tried and true. He's come up so much for this year, actually, right? And rightfully so. We are in an 8 energy year. And with our 8 energy year, that brings in prosperity. That brings in stature. And if there is ever one solo card in the deck that represents that, it's the tried and true King of Pentacles. He weighs things out. He reasons with it. He sticks to the tried and true. He stands on tradition. But his crown is a living vine. So therefore, he does think outside the box. He looks for new and innovative ways to create that cash flow. He doesn't just say, well, I'm working 9 to 5, so that's my income and I got to deal with it and I don't have enough money. It's about allowing your passions, your talents, your little hobbies. I mean, monetize a hobby. Think about different ways that you can, maybe it's investments. Maybe you're not using your money wisely. Maybe you're sitting there with $20,000 in the savings account for that rainy day when the furnace breaks down or the new roof needs to be repaired, instead of allowing that money to work for you until you need it, because you might just have the money without touching the initial investment, just from it growing for you, working for you in some new way, some different way. So look at things like that today. Absolutely. This is a day to grow your wealth. Right? We're talking about energy. Mars is in Taurus. The moon comes through our 2, meets up with Mars in Taurus. So it's a very strong money energy for us to move forward and make great strides. But we have to stick to the tried and true. We can be innovative. We can add something to the mix. Absolutely. That's how we actually step into some worthwhile ventures. And we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, I love this card. Most people hate it. But the way the artist does this illustration is phenomenal, because it is a 10 energy. It's not a 9 energy. It's not about endings. It's not about completions. It's about a brand new world awaiting you. The wheel of fortune is turning. This is a card that demonstrates that you have gone through the fires, that you have come through the chaos and the turmoil and the struggle. And yes, you're tired, but every one of those swords say, wow, were you ever accomplished because of that? Did you ever gain wisdom and understanding, or honed an ability? Grew more of a confidence in yourself, or more of a strength of who you are? Body, mind, or soul, or all three? This is a time when, yes, you may feel a little depleted. You may feel like your life is on pause even. But the sun is breaking through those clouds. Eventually, you will feel the warmth of the sun. You will start to push yourself back up. I mean, right now we are looking down at darkness and dirt. We don't see that sun, but as we arise, we will see that sun. We will feel that energy, that vitality. We will allow it to infuse us with energy to really push forward with a dynamic energy. We stand up tall. We brush ourselves off. We face towards our goals, our dreams, our desires, and we start forward, knowing that we have gained wisdom and understanding and clarity along the way, knowing that we are ready for the next experience. Okay, we'll get an oracle card here. So, oh yes, my office. How do you like my office? It's coming along. I don't have anything where it needs to be on the walls or anything, and it might just stay like this for a while because I'm so behind now in doing everything for you guys. So, which is the whole intention on the desk in the first place. So, I saw this desk. It's a giant L. It goes all the way down here, 6 feet. Goes across 9 feet, back over 6 feet again. Just beautiful. That is obviously pretty wide in the background, so I can do my crafts, I can do my jewelry. And so if I need a pair of earrings for the show, I can just, make some. But so, and I wanted this desk, but obviously to get, and it's got a case here with cupboards all along this wall. That's about 6 feet of cupboards and everything. Anyways, and there's a back here too that you can't see is a pegboard so I can hang up things, reminders, put my calendars there, stuff like that. I mean, I'm just so excited about this. And this is the desk that I wanted. And then when I went to even find something close to it, I found myself looking at the little 5-foot desk, with maybe a little elevated thing for your monitor, so you had a little bit more desk room. And I thought, no, I want this. So I put it out. I said, okay, guys, this is your next job. I would like this desk that is like a U, and it's solid and it's strong, and I've got places to put everything, and I don't have to break down the set and rebuild the set every single time, that it's all sitting there waiting for me. And so this was gifted to me. So thank you. Okay, so I'm getting settled. It was a lot of work to get it in here because I had a huge bookshelf in here. I had 2 big dressers with things in here. Oh my gosh. So, and all my office stuff, and I had to break everything down and then figure out how to put it back together, which seems a lot simpler when you're breaking it down. And I had to reassemble the desk, and it wasn't an easy task to even get it in here. Oh my gosh, it was heavy. Thank goodness Paul gave me help here. Okay, we got 46 gratitude and appreciation. I don't know if that's the energy, or I am just grateful and very appreciative of my guides, my angels, God, the universe, source, that divine energy that brought yet another gift towards me. So gratitude and appreciation, although we should all have gratitude and appreciation on a daily basis. If you don't practice it, I do highly suggest that you do it. Okay? Write down something that you're grateful for. Read it aloud. Go to bed. Next night, write a second thing. Read them both aloud. Go to bed. Start getting into a practice. If nothing else, soon that you will have a book full of things that you are grateful for, that you are appreciative for, that you are thankful for in your life. And you can't possibly hold that in your hand without your brain saying, wow, we have so much goodness in our life, and there's so much more to add to the list every single day. And watch the beauty of your world expand and explode. The moment for a respective life and all, no, that's empowerment. Recognize the good qualities in others and openly share your gratitude with them. Write notes of thanks to those who have helped you. If someone deserves acknowledgement, take the time to let a superior or colleague know so they receive the recognition they deserve. Nature is continually sharing its beauty for us to appreciate. Beholding a rainbow is a gift. When we encounter a rainbow's beauty, it's the perfect time to be grateful for all the gifts in our lives. It's important to generate the positive flow of thankfulness that can bring in joy to someone else's life. By doing so, you'll not only decrease your stresses, you will also generate the feeling of goodwill and love in your life. That's very true. As I go through my day and I'm out and about, if I see something, I make sure to let the person know that I like your top, I love your shoes. Where'd you get those earrings? Who does your hair? My gosh, your makeup is perfect. We all want to hear those little things in life. And for a total stranger to come up and just say it and then go about their way for the day will raise you up. But the stranger who said it to you, their vitality is raised for several days sometimes. So be that stranger. Okay, let's see what our animal is for today. Our animal is, look at this, take a chance. Is it Abba? I don't know. We haven't used this deck in so long. So we have the starfish there. Take a chance. I think this is the one that, sea star. There we are. Okay. The key words: freedom, chance, fear, and passion. All the things we're talking about. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life gives you time and space, and it's up to you to fill it. And that's a Chinese proverb. I love it. Life itself cannot give you joy unless you really will it. Life just gives you time and space. It's up to you to fill it. So it's time for you to take a chance, a leap of faith. You've been lacking in energy and maybe motivation, and it could be out of fear, Or it could be that you're caught up in a bit of laziness and have beached yourself. It can be scary to change, and although you may feel stuck, you're never truly stuck. You have free will to change the course of where you want your life to go. Free yourself from the past. Allow yourself to feel again. You might be stuck in a dead-end job. Look for one in a different field that feeds your passion. You might be eyeing the cute guy or girl at the coffee shop, or changing your oil. Ask him or her out. And when you begin to take a chance on one thing, you will find it easier and easier to continue doing that in every part of your life, which will only draw you closer and closer to your ultimate success. And you won't know unless you take a chance. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.